Today we're talking about tuning my 2006 Dodge Magnum RT all-wheel drive with the 5.7 with this DiabloSport InTune i3 tuner. So luckily with this thing, it's got a few canned tunes to kind of get us started here. We're doing an 87 tune since it is about wintertime for us and the gas is kind of terrible. During summer months, we definitely would go 93. But let's look at this factory tune and see how much we can get out of it with 87 versus the 89 or 93 that I'd prefer to use. So as we look here, what we're doing to launch is we are kind of power braking, boom, staging, and getting things ready to roll. It stages at about 2,400 RPM, 2,300 RPM, and then launches. So the way this is going to happen is we're going to take a look at the air-fuel ratio, spark advance, and engine speed. The blue line here is going to be the throttle position sensor. Purple line is going to be the RPM. The orange line is the air-fuel target, and the green is the spark advance. So this is, again, the factory tune. What we're going to see here is it's kind of lazy coming up. About 11.5 to 1 AFR, which is rich. It comes up. And what we see here is the soft shift. So this soft shift, it's just giving us kind of almost a flare between shifts. And that costs quite a bit of time on the 0 to 60 time. Now, again, the air-fuel ratio is off. And that's kind of what we're seeing here to begin with. Now, you could adjust spark. I wouldn't mess with spark too much unless you're running 93. Really, these engines are made for 89, but they do take 93 fairly well with a good tune. So this is what this run looked like. Nothing crazy, kind of lazy. You can hear it, you can feel it, and it is what it is for factory tune. Looking at this canned 87 tune, which is the mile per gallon tune, what we're going to see here is, again, kind of the jump up, and it gets rich 11.5. There's a few more degrees of timing in this, so they definitely push it to the ragged edge of what I would do for an 87 tune. Still has kind of this lazy shift. Not great, not crazy, but it definitely made the car significantly faster. Now, the shift firmness seems to have some other effects. It seems to be kind of side affected by a few other things. But what we're seeing here in this run that you're going to see here in a second is increased shift firmness and the 87. Okay, and so finally, this is what my tune did. All I did was adjust the fuel about 9% to be leaner. Now that looks like adjust the 13 to 1 on kind of the pre-go, like the 2,400 RPM setup. Beyond that point, it takes us to 12.5, which is about where we want to be on Mopar. Most of these Hemis really prefer to be 12.5. They're 14.5 at kind of cruising speeds. You'll see your O2 sensor hop up and down between peak and minimum. And that's it, trying to find that 14.5. Nothing crazy there. It's fine. But that being said, we were able to squeak out another 10 horsepower or so, maybe 15 horsepower out of this. And it definitely, you can feel the pickup difference with adjusting that fueling by itself. But I mean, guys, this is what it looks like. Honestly, for the price invested, I'm not upset about it. I'm able to adjust the fuel. I'm able to adjust the timing. I'm able to make a bunch of the adjustments that I want to make really easily in the palm of my hand. Now, if I did go to put a can in, I could get a hold of somebody like Hemi Fever, get a tune made, and be good to go, or at least be able to, kind of start data logging to get those readings to make a better tune for myself later on. But comment down below and let me know if you guys have used the DiabloSport tuners, what do you guys think, and if you think any of the competitors might be a little bit better or worse. But have a good one, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.